Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And today I'm going to answer a question that might be of interest to you. Someone asked me, hey Vic, how can I tap into my subconscious mind and influence it and reprogram it essentially? Because I know the subconscious mind has a whole heck of a lot to do with how my reality experience is. Do you have any tips or techniques to share on the matter? So, as a matter of fact, I do. I want to share with you exactly what I do, and I've had just mind-blowing success with this. It really, I don't know if it's the magic of the technique or simply the potentials of our human consciousness now living here at this very unique time in history where many people's awareness and consciousness is expanding. I think allowing for a more noticeable, practical, result-oriented application of these like spiritual techniques. Regardless, if you do this, I trust it'll work for you. So I'm going to share with you again my own personal method. So a lot of people are very much into affirmations and just saying, repeating mantras in their mind, vision boards and all that kind of stuff. And I am too. I think it's all phenomenal. But I found that the way to really tap into your subconsciousness and make those sort of self-hypnosis types of techniques really take root and work for you is to do them when you're in a certain state of consciousness. So what I do personally is I meditate for about 10 to 20 minutes first. Any kind of meditation that will still and quiet your mind, essentially allowing you to drop into the theta brainwave state. And you know you're there when you feel really good and quiet and at peace and alert, and your thoughts are kind of muffled, almost kind of dreamy. Then I implant the technique, which is something that I talk about in my morning ascension routine program called Mood Shift. It's something called charged visualization. So what I do is once I'm in that theta brainwave state, I imagine myself, a future version of myself, making it easier to believe. I don't have to imagine myself doing these things I want to do. I imagine another version of myself, a better Vic out there in the world, and I picture it in whatever way that makes sense for me at the time. It'll happen sometimes when I'm trying to improve my relationships with my children and family. I imagine myself just much more loving and patient, or sometimes in like health, I imagine myself, a future version of myself who's in better shape, that kind of thing. And so I picture it in my mind, again, while already deep in this state of consciousness. And it's not only about just seeing it with my imagination, though I do, and I've gotten a lot better at that. I recommend you practice. You can get really good at seeing with your mind's eye, essentially. But it's more so about imagining how would that future version of Victor feel? How would it feel if I was like super jacked and had like pretty much all like harmonious and loving relations with my children, and I had just more patience? They're young, so it requires some patience for you parents, you know that. How would it feel? And I imagine how that person feels, and I can usually feel those emotions and that usually the lightness of that person in my own body. And essentially, in just doing this exercise, I'm able to change my present state of being, my present vibrational state, in a sense, to match that future version of myself. And I charge the charged visualization. I use the visualization as a tool to charge myself up with what I imagine to be that future version of myself state of being. And then I come out of it almost like a dream, because I do it every day now, and I come out of it almost like I'm waking up from a dream. I feel ready to rock and roll. Doesn't matter what kind of mood I woke up in. I take control of my mood. I have control. I systematically tap into my subconscious mind and program it in a way that works for me. So much so and so consistently that it overpowers the unconscious, hardwired, conditioned modes of operation. I'm rebooting my subconscious mind. And then it plays out almost miraculously in my day-to-day life. Not perfectly. There are times where it seems more effective than others, but regardless, I do this every single morning. I spend about a half hour doing it, and it really has changed my life. I believe it can change yours as well. I hope you enjoy this, my friends. Good luck. That's my take on the whole subconscious mind thing. Have an amazing day. I will speak to you soon. Speak to you tomorrow. Namaste.